Cloudy with a couple of showers, thunderstorm for tonight, low 58. Clouds and sun, beautiful day tomorrow, the high 73. Partly cloudy for tomorrow night, low 56. Clouds on Friday with a high at 75. Saturday showers, mainly early in the day, the high on Saturday 73. I'm Steve Williams for News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Need a ride? Worried about affordable care? Appointment availability a problem? The Stark County Health Department and Stark County Thrive created the Dear Stark Women campaign and landing page at starkhealth.org, putting important health resources in one spot for you. We know a lot is going on and life can be hectic sometimes. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Visit starkhealth.org and click Dear Stark Women to find resources for your health.
From the WHBC Broadcast Center. Find out more about area businesses, agencies, and events.
It's what's going on right now.
This is Spotlight.
And good morning, everyone, and welcome to Spotlight here on this beautiful Wednesday morning in Stark County. And again, as always, remember you can, as you are right now, listen to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC, but you can also watch our Spotlight on our Facebook page at 1480 WHBC and on our YouTube channel. You'll find us. Just search 1480 WHBC on YouTube and you can watch us right now. And if you miss any of this, you can always go back there and check it out. We would love for you to do that. You know, one of the things that we always talk about is with aging comes change, right? We all know that. With aging comes change, and that means change in lifestyle and many different things, maybe for yourself or for a loved one. So you have to make some decisions. And when decisions come, well, certain things come into your life, and maybe that might be the Windsor Medical Center and the folks at the Windsor Medical Center. They may be there to help you. They want to help you, as a matter of fact. And that's why they are with us today for Spotlight. And we have with us from the Windsor Medical Center, administrators Seth Swallen and Betsy Swallen Adamson. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Pam.
So let's talk about, first of all, we want to give our listeners a little idea of the history of the Windsor Medical Center. Maybe tell us how it came about, first of all.
Well, Pam, the Windsor was founded in 1961. It was a collaborative effort between a hospital administrator, our founder, Phil McConnell, and a pair of doctors in the community. Our grandfather, Betsy and I's grandfather, was the original attorney for the company. And after a short period of time, you know, the hospital administrator and the doctors had some different opinions about the way things should operate. And so Mr. McConnell ended up buying his partners out. And from there, the Windsor has kind of grown. The Windsor, when it was built in 1961, was about the first purpose-built nursing home in Stark County. We had other nursing homes, the county home, and some converted old houses that had served in that purpose. But Windsor was the first to be built to be a nursing home specifically. Technology was included, you know, in 1961 terms, technology was included to make it a very cutting edge and state of the art for the care of the elderly. And that's a tradition that we've maintained throughout the years. We have had many building additions since 1961, and the Windsor has grown and changed quite a bit, but we've always focused on remaining very cutting edge and offering a high level of service to our residents, while at the same time trying to maintain a residential feel and allowing people to live a lifestyle that's as comparable as possible to the lifestyle they led in the community here in Stark County.
Yeah, and I would say when you mentioned the name the Windsor, I mean, obviously, people in Stark County know it. That's a very recognizable name. Talk about some of the things that you offer there, because there's a lot of different things that are offered.
Yep, the Windsor has we are a retirement community, so we have multiple levels of service. We have the nursing home, obviously, which was our core business that we started with in 1961. And then in 1998, 1999, we entered the assisted living arena with the colonies at Windsor. And after that, we ended up actually rebuilding our nursing home. The old building was a great building. It was well built. It was brick, with marble thresholds and things like that. But the standards in 1961, when it was built, 6-foot corridors, 27-inch doors, they weren't, really what we're seeing today in modern long-term care. So we determined it was better just to replace the entire nursing home building with a new building, and then to rehab the old building into space for our adult daycare unit and activities.
Now, I know that both of you have different roles with the Windsor. So maybe, Betsy, let's talk with you for a minute.
Uh-oh. Sorry, I just froze. Okay. So I do the social services aspect as well as the admissions and tours here at the Windsor, which is a great level to be at because I get to meet the people, first and get to know their stories, and also make sure that we're making it about them. The resident-centered care is what we've always been based on. So that's what I get to do here, and it's an honor.
Yeah, I would imagine that, the residents, obviously, that being hands-on and meeting people, those are the folks that you get all the smiles, right?
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Seth, and as far as you go, talk a little bit about your day-to-day.
Well, as the administrator, my day-to-day is kind of never the same. One day you might be meeting with staff, you spend time meeting with residents. Basically, the responsibilities kind of are almost like running a small city. You have everything from, housekeeping, laundry, facility services such as maintenance, to the actual nursing roles that are done here that you're overseeing. So it is kind of like running a small community.
I have the fun job. Seth has the tough one.
So Windsor has an adult daycare now. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the adult daycare program was actually just getting started when COVID rolled around, and because we're attached, we're all on one campus, we had to close it down for safety during COVID. So we're just getting it up and running again. But basically, the concept behind our adult daycare program is that, people who are taking care of a family member at home, but have, responsibilities such as work, schooling with kids and things like that, and may not necessarily have the time during the day to provide the care that family member staying with them needs. So they can bring their family member here to the Windsor, and we have lockers when they come into the adult daycare center, and they can drop off their items that they brought with them, coat, those kind of things. And we basically build our activities around what the needs and the ability level of the individual are. We have several clubs: gardening, book club, card club, that residents that are participants in the adult day program can take advantage of. Basically, there are also abilities to, get a shower, things like that maybe a family member isn't quite as comfortable giving mom a bath as it is for a staff member here at the Windsor to make sure mom's getting that good bath once or twice a week when they come into the facility for their adult day program. So there's a lot of capabilities there. You can also see the in-house doctor, in-house podiatrist. The beauty shop is available to those those members of the adult day program when they come in. So basically, it's just a support for community-based residents that are staying at home with their families, but at the same time, need a little bit of help during the day. And one of the key aspects of the adult day program is, even though you are able to take care of mom or dad at home, socially you're not quite their peer, and it does help to have people of their own age that they can talk to and socialize with throughout the day to kind of keep them grounded to the community.
One of the things we haven't mentioned yet is where you're located. And obviously, if someone is interested maybe in, bringing someone for the adult daycare or anything else, how do they get in touch with you? We
can be reached at 330-499-8300. Also, we have a web page, www.windsormedicalcenter.com. We're located on East Maple Street in North Canton. Walk-in tours are welcome. We're right across from the Hoover ball field, Little League ball fields, just down the street, kind of between the old Hoover Company and Walsh University.
Yep. Very easy to get to. Very easy to get to. And a beautiful area, I might add.
It is.
We're going to take our first break this morning, and we've got a lot more to talk about. And for those of you who are only listening on the radio, check in on Facebook, check in on our YouTube channel, because we've got some wonderful video of the Windsor that you can take a look at right now, and some great graphics that you don't want to miss. And again, we will be back. We'll take a look at more things that the Windsor Medical Center offers right here on Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
It's Kenny and JT.
Nowadays, they've got goggles or something like that for real life, Oculus or something? Is that what it's called? Have you seen these things?
Yeah, I just love listening to you talk about things you have no idea what you're talking about.
I've never tried it.
Just keep going with it. We'll just nod our heads over here.
Have you done it?
No.
Have you tried this thing? Neither have I.
I'm a little bit too old to be buying toys for myself.
You can get ones that help you exercise.
Yeah, you know what else is good exercise?
What's that?
Join a gym.
It's the Kenny and JT Show, weekdays between 3 and 7 on WHBC.
When people come to our campus, it's interesting to watch how their demeanor changes over the course of their visit. They start out with their guard up because they're worried or even fearful, but after they see what assisted living is like at the Windsor, you can just see a change come over them. They learn that they can still lead a meaningful life here. We want our residents to feel like they're part of this community. They feel safe and secure here while remaining a part of the community at large. Our residents have a sense of relief from home chores and repairs. They don't have to worry about strangers coming into their home to do repairs or replace things, get yard work done, or even getting the dust bunnies out from under the stove. I'm Seth Swallen of the Windsor. Whether you're rehabbing a knee or even if simple chores have become giant tasks or dangerous ones, plan a better future at the Windsor. Visit windsormedicalcenter.com or call 330-499-8300, because it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Fun days at Studio Arts and Glass. June 10th and 11th, Art of the Garden Show. Fill your garden with colorful art glass, metal twirlers, hummingbird feeders, light up plant stakes, or take a class and make a dandelion $15 sun catcher or plant stake. Call for times and to register or go to studioartsandglass.com. That's June 10th and 11th, Garden Art Show at Studio Arts and Glass in North Canton on 77 and Apple Grove.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, then get ready to pay up. The IRS has giant private collection agencies actively tracking down folks who owe the IRS. So if you think dodging them was stressful in the past, it's going to get a whole lot tougher. Optima Tax Relief has this advice. Don't wait. Solve your tax problems now before it's too late. Optima Tax Relief works to stop the demand letters, stop the aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS collectors from targeting you. Ask Optima about the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands, and nobody knows this program better than they do. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and they get results, having resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get a fresh start. Call today for your free consultation.
Call 800-364-9188. 800-364-9188. 800-364-9188.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
People do some pretty cool things in their 40s and 50s. Why should saving for retirement be any different? I mean, they go back to college, learn new instruments, start skateboarding.
Whoa!
Okay, maybe that one's not for everybody, but saving for retirement is. With aceyourretirement.org, you can get on track with your retirement savings no matter your age. Just have a 3-minute chat with Avo, the friendly digital retirement coach from AARP. You'll get personalized recommendations based on your input that are easy to understand and work with your lifestyle. It's quick, easy, and free. Plus, it's sponsored by AARP, so you know they got your back.
Woo-hoo. Gnarly move, Dad.
Thanks, sweetie.
So wherever you are in your retirement savings journey, head to aceyourretirement.org and start chatting with Avo today. That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
I tend to second-guess dinners with friends because they're often interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit Creon.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREON.com.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
And welcome back to Spotlight. And this morning, of course, talking about the Windsor Medical Center in North Canton, and a lot of important things happening. We have been talking today about adult daycare. We've got some other things that we want to get to this morning. And again, if you want to check out our Facebook page, we have our live video happening there. A lot of good graphics and video that you need to see to go along with the things that we're discussing. You can check out our YouTube channel as well. Just search 1480 WHBC. And this morning, Administrator Seth Swallen and also Betsy Swallen Adamson is with us this morning, Social Services Designee. And just so many good things happening there, guys. And when you look at all of the video that we have, you know, I got to tell you, you do a lot of things different than many places. And that's, I think, something else that we want to talk about when it comes to assisted living. Let's kind of move on to that portion of your facility, because you know, people, it's important to people that they feel comfortable, that they feel like it's a family atmosphere. And when you look at the video and when you come and take your tours, which people can do, I think you definitely get that feeling. Is that what you're obviously trying to portray, right?
Yep. We've always prided ourselves on being a kind of a boutique, facility where we're offering things that other facilities might not. Yep. We have daily housekeeping or weekly housekeeping and laundry service in our assisted living, and it is done individually. We have walk-in closets, beautiful dining room where you eat restaurant style, order from a menu. You have daily specials, but then you also have a variety to choose from. Seth, I'll let you chime in. I don't want to take over the whole thing here.
Well, basically, yeah, what we're trying to do with our assisted living, and when we entered the assisted living market in 98, 99, we were trying to support people with medical needs, advancing medical needs in as home-like an environment as we could create here. And, we wanted things to feel like home because obviously we are a family business. Betsy is my sister, and our father, Tom Swallen, is the owner, and he was the longtime administrator of Windsor Medical Center from about 1986 and until the last year or so, when he stepped back from operations a bit. But as you go through the Windsor, you'll find that we've tried to make things feel as much like a home, even though it is an institutional setting. We're based on a medical model, and I when I say that, what I mean is we're able to provide a lot of medical care above and beyond what you would see in a standard assisted living, and that was the model we built our facility on. I know a lot of assisted livings have moved to that niche over the last few years, but the reality is the Windsor was founded on that niche. We've been working in that sector for over 20 years at this point. And what we're able to do is take a home-like environment like the apartments in our assisted living and provide the support and services needed so that residents can maximize their potential and live their best life here at the Windsor. It's not the end of life, it's just a new chapter. And one of the things to really consider is that, like I mentioned earlier, that social aspect is so critical in, keeping at bay dementia processes and keeping people healthy and active. This is you're seeing some photos of our courtyard and spaces like that right now. These are some of the more popular areas during the warm months, just like being outdoors is a popular thing in Ohio. We try to mimic the way people live in Stark County so that it's just an extension of the lives that they lived when they were out in the community. Our apartments all have 3 meals a day included. And as Betsy mentioned, those meals are served restaurant style. We have specials. We have menu choices that you can order tableside, and our chefs will bring to you. We do have a few chefs that we have gotten from some pretty highly rated restaurants in the area, and we do pride ourselves on the service that we offer. We also have a very extensive activities department that keeps our residents very busy and engaged in day-to-day activity.
And what about things like pets and bringing your own furniture and then also maybe deciding the menus? I mean, all of that kind of stuff is tailored to the people who are residents there, right?
We do
Go ahead, Beth.
Okay, we do a food focus meeting every month too, which is a great way for the residents to get their input in there on the things they like or maybe didn't like. That way we can be meeting their needs. They also have a resident council that meets and talks about things where we could improve or where we're doing great. And as far as the apartments go, the nice thing about that is you furnish your own apartment. We can furnish an apartment for you if you need it, but it's great when the residents bring in their own furnishings and it feels more like their space and their home. They have walk-in closets available in the apartments. There's little kitchenettes that have a microwave and a refrigerator. Even though all 3 of your meals are included, you do have that option that if there is something special that, your family brings in for you, you can warm it up and you can eat in your apartment should you choose to. But it is great, the social aspect of having them come to the dining room and enjoying those things.
And they can bring a pet if they have.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
small pets are welcome. Yep. And
we have several of them here. We also have several staff members who will bring their pets in from time to time because, just like anybody else, our residents love having pets around. It's a part of life.
And it really does light them up too. Even the ones that don't have pets, they love seeing the other people's pets. So it's a great thing.
Yeah, the only thing I caution people when they bring their dog in is your dog is going to get force-fed biscuits by every resident in the facility because they just love them.
That's true.
So, and going along with that, the technology aspect of what we've put into our assisted living, we do have a call system with pendants so that the residents are free to move throughout the facility, and if they need assistance anywhere they're at in the facility, they can just hit the button on the pendant and it'll geolocate them and let the staff know, hey, Mr. So-and-so isn't in his room, but he needs assistance. He's in the dining room, and they'll know where to find you. We also have some capabilities with dementia care and memory care that are incorporated into the activities program and into the technology of the facility itself.
And another nice thing to mention too is that we have a beautiful library, and on certain days of the week we do offer a happy hour, and that happy hour is just a wonderful time for people to be social and interact, and even family members to be here and get to know other family members and have that networking. As your parents age, to have other people to kind of go through that with.
Yeah, that's awesome.
As you can imagine, that happy hour is probably our best attended activity.
It is full bar service.
We do. We bring in guest bartenders. Sometimes we'll have the director of nursing and the assistant director of nursing slinging cocktails for the residents so that the residents get a chance to, socialize with them, interact with them, and also, they get a chance to interact on a more social basis and build that relationship with the residents. Myself, our Chief Operating Officer Phil Brown, Betsy, we've all guest bartended at the happy hour, and if we're always looking for other people that are interested, because our residents love meeting new people and having that experience. So
I'll have to come by.
All right, you pick your specialty cocktail.
I know I can figure out one out. I know I can. All right, we're going to take a break for the news, and we still have a lot to talk about. When we come back, we will do that. And again, 330-499-8300, the number to call for more information. We're talking the Windsor in North Canton, and we'll continue to do that here on Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
Is caring for an aging relative above your skill set? Is the prospect of a stranger coming into your home to provide care a cause for concern? If so, consider the Windsor Medical Center. Studies show that our elder population does better when they have regular interaction with their peers. When rehabbing or convalescing at Windsor, you're immersed in all areas of care. It's not just strengthening a knee, it's stimulation and encouragement from caregivers, peers, and your family. The Windsor team of clinical personnel and therapists are a treasured and important part of recognizing and assessing subtle changes important to the successful reintroduction to an active lifestyle that may be overlooked in the rotation of caregivers in a home healthcare setting. So for skilled nursing care, assisted living, adult daycare, memory care, and general peace of mind, choose the Windsor. It's locally owned, locally operated, and proud to be enriching the lives of seniors since 1961. Visit windsormedicalcenter.com or call 330-499-8300. Windsor Medical Center.
At Mark's, we offer a variety of challenging and rewarding opportunities in our stores and distribution centers, plus flexible schedules, benefits and perks, 10% employee discount, and more. Sound like the place for you? Apply for full-time and part-time positions at marks.com.
Start earning up to $20.75 an hour and have a set schedule. ARE, an aluminum truck cab manufacturer in the Mount Eaton area, is hiring production team members starting at up to $20.75 per hour and no mandatory weekends. Apply now at 4are.com.
WHBC AM 10, reliable as ever on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
From the News Talk 1480 WHBC newsroom, despite some of the costs being covered by insurance, J.M. Smucker Company of Orrville says it will take a $125 million hit over the next year because of the recall of Jif peanut butter. It comes from manufacturing downtime, customer returns, and unsellable inventory. During a press conference yesterday, Cleveland Mayor Justin Bibb said the city is examining measures that can be taken to increase gun safety.
It's madness right now that a majority of Americans support background checks, red flag laws, raising the age to buy a gun in this country to 21. So I'm encouraging everybody in this city to call their member of Congress, and I'm pleading Congress to take real action, particularly in the U.S. Senate, to pass some form of gun legislation.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has signed off on a new weight loss drug that promises to help obese Americans who are also suffering from at least weight-related conditions. Wegovy, which is manufactured by Novo Nordisk, can help shed pounds in overweight people with high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, or high cholesterol. It's administered through an at-home shot. The Guardians ended up splitting a doubleheader with Texas yesterday. Once they got started, winning the first game 6-3, losing the second game by the same score. They'll play tonight. Pregame is at 6:35 right here on 1480 WHBC. I'm Pam
Cook. Your severe weather station, News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Partly sunny skies continuing this afternoon with a thunderstorm in the area. High for the rest of the day 78, then tonight will be mostly cloudy with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm. Low this evening 59. Refreshing morning breeze on Thursday, otherwise a pleasant day with clouds and sunshine and a high of 73. Then mostly cloudy skies on Friday with a high of 75. I'm Holly Holdren for News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
America could soon enter stagflation territory with slow economic growth, high unemployment, and high inflation. That is why I recommend gold IRAs from Birch Gold Group. Hi, Stephen K. Bannon here, and I want to remind you to get Birch Gold's free info kit on sheltering your savings with Gold IRA. To get your free copy, text the word SHELTER to 989898. With stagflation looming, it's critical that you act today. Text SHELTER to 989898 right now.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
And welcome back to Spotlight and the Windsor. That's what we're discussing on this Wednesday morning. We've had so much good information that we've been sharing with you today, and we're going to continue to talk about all the great things that they offer at the facility in North Canton. And with me this morning, I have Seth Swallen, who is the administrator, and also Betsy Swallen Adamson, who is the social services designee. And guys, we've been talking obviously about the assisted living. We've been talking a little bit about the adult daycare and some other things. Let's talk a little bit about some of the other things that you guys do. I mean, nursing care facility. Maybe we want to talk a little bit about that and get into some of the things there that you guys offer.
Sure. Obviously we started as a nursing home. So that's been our primary focus, and that's always been the care that we provide. And, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that the biggest component of the care that we provide is the staff that we have. That is our greatest resource. It's something we're continuously cultivating, training, advancing, and encouraging, educational and career advancement within, because that's your number one resource in this industry. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say that we have an excellent staff who go above and beyond every day to make our residents' lives, as perfect as they possibly can each and every day. And that's a tough task, especially coming off of 2 years of COVID, lockdowns and things like that. And our staff have pushed through it. And I mean, they are veterans, and they are just amazing in what they have done. And I can't say enough about how happy I am, how proud I am of the group that we have. Our nursing care has always been well known in Stark County. The Windsor has been known, we have a reputation as being a boutique facility, but we kind of price ourselves on a all upfront pricing model where everything is all included, as opposed to some of the a la carte options that our competitors have out there. Mm-hmm. And what that means is at the Windsor, it means you're getting more. People need that care, but we're giving that value. And the number one piece of that value is the care. It's why you're coming. I mean, obviously, there are apartments, there are condominiums. Stark County has a million different residential options. But when people come to see us at the Windsor, it's because they do have some care needs. They need some assistance. They need help. And that's what we focus on. And our staff are stellar. They go above and beyond every day to make sure that those needs are met. Our nursing home, like I said, has been rebuilt recently and in the last few years. And we've incorporated a lot of new technology. Right now you're looking at the spa bather, This is a unique feature for residents with wounds, pressure sores, things like that. It's a spa that we can put the residents in, functions like a jacuzzi with the water. You can put some minerals and things like that in to help heal. But it's very much a serene spa experience with aromatherapy, light therapy, things like that that will help with the healing process. And we do use aromatherapy throughout the facility. We use a lot of cutting edge things, both holistically and medically, to try and treat the whole person. The facility itself the new facility is really cutting edge. As far as nursing homes go, I have been in this industry my whole life since it's a family business. I started mowing the lawn here when I was 13, and I've toured a lot of facilities throughout the state of Ohio in my career, and I have never seen another facility that has private rooms the size of the suites that we built at the Windsor. They have enormous walk-in or enormous bathrooms. You're seeing one of the suites now. They have a snack center with a refrigerator. Just a lot of technology and many years of experience in the field have brought us to what we built, which are, rooms that are designed for a private experience with a resident. We've put in large showers that are roll-in showers so a wheelchair can go in. They have benches that drop down so that a resident can sit if they need that assistance. The built-in units in the closets have pass-throughs from the bedroom to the bathroom so that you can kind of pick out with your caregiver what you're going to wear that day. They can set it there and immediately grab it when you get out of the shower and get dry, so you're not sitting in the cold. Even with the heat lamps and things like that, it's always a little chilly when you hop out of the shower. So those kind of things that have been thought and built into the actual design of the facility really enhance our residents' lives. From the ceiling lifts, we're a zero lift facility, so people don't have to worry about being dropped when they're being transferred by caregivers. Really, it's just a cutting edge facility. It's well maintained. That's one of the things that we always hear from people that come and tour the facility. And I would encourage people, when you're looking, go out and see the facility you're looking at, because pictures can tell you, 1,000 words, but the smell test can tell you a lot more about the facility when you walk in and you know that it's clean because you can smell it.
And you see the staff out on the floor and engaging in these residents' lives. The other thing is we offer that full service beauty salon too. So they don't have to go out to get their hair done. You can get it done here. They do everything from haircuts to permanents. We offer weekly manicures. We have an in-house podiatrist that rounds here, as well as rounding doctors. So pretty much everything can be all inclusive in our medical center and in the assisted living.
I think that was one of the things that struck me is that, we started this off by talking about how recognizable the name is. And, you've been as long as I've been alive, you've been around, but, you guys are cutting edge. You are different. You have a lot to offer that is different and that is new. And that's, I think, is very important to a lot of people. And what do you find when people come to you? What do you find is the hardest thing for them to deal with when they're making the decision or the choice, to use your facilities?
Well, obviously it's a big choice, and it's a change in lifestyle that people try to put off as long as they can. And one of the things I would encourage people to do is start looking before you have a need. Oftentimes people kind of get behind the 8 ball, so to speak, when they've put it off, and all of a sudden now we have a medical need. And we may have a situation where somebody who could have existed for quite a long time in assisted living, waited at home too long, had a medical event, a fall, or a cardiac issue, and now they're in the nursing home and rehabbing, hoping to get back to an assisted living level of care, because we waited too long and we didn't have plans in place. So I know it's not something people want to think about. Where am I going to be, in terms of retirement community? But it's something to think about so that you're not having to have the choice made for you, or you're making the choice on the fly and not able to get all the information and actually get out and see the facilities yourself and know what you're getting into.
And with every change, there's an adjustment period. It's a change. So you've got to get used to we get used to them, getting to know their routines, and they get to know and trust us as well. So I think the transition, there's always like a 2-week transition where we're all getting to know each other and making sure we're meeting their needs where they're at.
What questions do they ask you the most, do you think?
Staffing ratios, how's the food, which we're doing good on that one.
Yeah.
Activities. There's always the question of, do you have bingo? Is there a card club? And of course we do. We also have a great exercise group. We do chair yoga. They do outings where they'll go to the grocery store, or they'll even go out for lunch outings in the community or dinner outings, so that we can keep them, immersed in the community as well, and still giving them purpose in life.
Yeah, theater and things like that. Also, it's worth mentioning at this point that we do have a transportation department. We have a 25-passenger bus. We have a Ford Transit van that can carry up to 3 wheelchairs at once. And we also have an old limousine that the residents like to get around town in on some more personal errands and things like that. So, we've really thought around, like, as a family business, we've had our members of our family there, so we've seen it. Yeah. We know what we needed at the time, so we've kind of tried to address those issues, and that's one of the unique things about Windsor. Like you mentioned, the technology and staying cutting edge. Part of that is because we are a owner-operated facility, and the family is here every day. I see my residents on a daily basis. Betsy sees them on a daily basis. Up until Dad took a step back from operations, he was here every single day, talking to every single resident, and that's one of the key things that makes us different than a chain, because you do have ownership right here in the building. If a change needs to be made, it doesn't have to go through a advanced hierarchy. The people that are here can make that decision and make that change for you in the moment.
All right, we're going to take our final break for our last segment. When we come back, we'll just recap things and give you some more information on the Windsor on Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
You get the ride, and Friends and Family Credit Union will get you the rate. Whether your ride is a car, truck, or motorcycle, new or used, you can secure an outstanding rate as low as 2.99% APR and absolutely no payment for 90 days. And if you're stuck in neutral with a high-interest vehicle loan from another financial institution, simply cruise into Friends and Family Credit Union and refinance for the same rate of 2.99% APR. But hurry, this rate is for a limited time only. Friends and Family Credit Union has 3 full-service locations to serve you, online, in the palm of your hand with mobile banking, and like us on Facebook. Additional restrictions may apply. All rates and promotions are subject to change without notice. This institution is privately insured by ASI up to $250,000 per account. You get the ride. We've got your rate as low as 2.99% APR at Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend into the family.
She went kicking and screaming. I mean, she really did not want to go to assisted living. But my husband and I work, and we have all we can handle getting our kids to all their activities, so we had to do something. She wanted to stay home, but I couldn't sleep worrying about her in that house all day and night with no one to talk to. And even after she fell, she insisted she could manage when she clearly couldn't. But here we are a year later, and she's a different person. We chose the Windsor, and it ended up being such a huge blessing. I felt so guilty taking her out of her home, but her improvement was so dramatic, we wish we had done it sooner. Now she's laughing and telling stories, even sharing a bit of gossip, and she's a different person. Actually, she is herself. I have my mom back. I didn't realize how interacting with peers would be the best medicine of all.
The Windsor in North Canton, still locally owned and operated, improving the lives of elder statesmen since 1961. WindsorMedicalCenter.com.
The famous sausage and pepper sandwiches are finally back June 9th through the 11th at St. Clements Festival, with more fun for your family, inflatables, bounce houses, obstacle courses, and more for the kids, plus entertainment from local performers you love, like Tim Gang on Thursday, Jimmy and the Soul Blazers Friday, and Massillon's own La Flavor on Saturday. And of course, St. Clements home-cooked festival food. You're not going to want to miss it. The St. Clements Church Festival is going on June 9th through the 11th, Worcester Street in Navarre.
Are you ready for a change? Transfer your prescriptions to the Medicine Center Pharmacy. Hi, this is Paul White from the Medicine Center Pharmacies. Are you looking for the personal touch from your pharmacist and pharmacy staff? Do you need home delivery or custom packaging to simplify a complex medication schedule? Look no further than the Medicine Center Pharmacies in Canton, Louisville, Minerva, and New Philadelphia. Bring in your prescription bottles, and we can transfer your prescriptions to the Medicine Center today, where wellness begins.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. I want to speak to the dads who are being denied access to their kids, excluded from key parenting decisions, are contending with child support issues. In all of these cases, doing nothing is probably not a good strategy. The law has given you rights, but you have to assert them. If the challenge is the cost of an attorney, Cordell & Cordell offers a capped fee option. Give us a call.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Cleveland area attorneys. 5005 Rockside Road, Suite 350, Independence, Ohio 44131.
Is your current home loan the right fit for you? Rising home values mean that you could have more home equity than you might imagine. And if you're considering a refi, an expertly chosen loan from Loan Depot could save you thousands. Ask about their smart term loans, cash out, and over 300 loan options to find just the right mortgage loan for you. Call now, 866-888-LOAN, or go to loandepot.com. Loan Depot, where home means everything. Rates are subject to change. Equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 174457. Licensed in all 50 states.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial. ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Tent Sale this weekend at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Browse a huge display of hot tubs and swim spas from 5 major brands at up to 50% off. That's the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Tent Sale this weekend at the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. Visit HotTubOH.com or call 800-SPA-SALE.
Say hello to spring and clean, clear, great-tasting water with a reverse osmosis drinking water system from Verndale Water Experts. For a limited time, get a free drinking water system with the purchase of any twin tank water softener. Offer expires 6/30/22.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
And again, if you are listening to Spotlight on the radio right now and you want to check things out visually, you can absolutely do that on our Facebook page. Just go to Facebook and like our page at 1480 WHBC. Also, you can check us out on our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube and search 1480 WHBC. We would love for you to do that and check out all the videos that we have there. Today, we have been talking to the folks from the Windsor Medical Center, and we have with us today Seth Swallen, who is the administrator, and also, of course, Betsy Swallen Adamson, who is social services designee. And guys, I'd like to just recap a little bit. We'll kind of go back to the beginning for folks who may just be joining us this morning. And we've been talking about, you guys have been in the area and in business for a very long time. History again for somebody who is just tuning in, the history of the Windsor.
Well, like we mentioned earlier, the Windsor has been here since 1961. We were among the first purpose-built nursing homes in Stark County, if not the first. And you know, we've prided ourselves on being a very technologically advanced, cutting-edge facility in terms of what the market is doing for elder care. We're constantly attending seminars, conventions, you know, getting new ideas, trying to find out how and where they would fit in and how they would best benefit our resident population, because that's ultimately the number one thing that we want to be looking at is the well-being and the advancement of our residents' interests. So The Windsor was founded in 61 by Phil McConnell. Our family was involved from the aspect of our grandfather was the original attorney. Betsy and I's father, Tom Swallen, started operating the Windsor in about 1986, and just recently kind of stepped back from operations. And like I said, he put Betsy and I into the business early. I started at 13. I think Betsy started at 16 or 17. Is that right, Bets?
Yep, 16 in the dietary department.
So we've worked just about every job in the facility, with the exception of some of the LPN and RN type jobs. We know what we're doing because we've kind of seen it all from the nuts and bolts aspect. But the Windsor is a family owned and operated company, and we are a local business. So we want to do things in a way that we're proud of. We don't want to walk around having to look at the sidewalk and not meet people's eyes, because Stark County is a small community. We know the people that we're taking care of. We know their families. In many cases, we've taken care of, multiple generations, 3 and 4 generations of families. So word of mouth has always been our best advertising. And honestly, that's not to say that radio isn't a fantastic form of communication either. But as you know, when somebody recommends something to you personally, it means something. And that's kind of been what the Windsor has always had. The advantage of in the past is that, we've had a good community that is, we've cared for many generations of, and they've done a great job of recommending us to families and things like that because of the experience they've had with us.
Yeah, and don't let the 1960s fool you, because you guys are operating, obviously, in the 2020s, right?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. You'll walk in here, and while I say, we were founded in 61, even when you walk through the parts of the building that were built in 61, you'll have a hard time identifying them because they've been updated, because they've been replaced as necessary, refaced, resurfaced, and a lot of times and cases, the actual structure of the building has been changed to make smaller rooms into larger rooms and common areas. But we pride ourselves in trying to make sure everything is cutting edge. Everything is a very boutique type experience for our residents.
So if someone wants to start the process of, maybe bringing themselves there or a loved one, how do they go about doing that?
Betsy, take it away.
Okay. You're welcome to contact us. You can call us at 330-499-8300. Or if you just want to stop in, we welcome tours at any point. Walk-in tours are welcome. And what we usually do is we go over all of your loved one's needs, talk about some of the things that are their likes and interests, go on a tour, show you everything that the Windsor has to offer. And then we'll go ahead and start with the paperwork of getting a hold of the primary care physician and getting all the things that we need in order to get your loved one here and admitted to our facility.
And is it the same for the adult daycare as well, if they're interested in that?
Yes, correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you are located where?
1454 East Maple Street. We're across from the youth ball fields in North Canton, in between Walsh and the Hoover Company.
And again, we want to say a big thank you to Seth Swallen and Betsy Swallen Adamson, the Windsor. We appreciate you coming on today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pam.
Thank you, Pam, for having us, and thanks to everybody at WHBC for allowing us the opportunity to address the community.
We appreciate it. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
The champ, Mr. Mike Tyson, had a saying.